I worked in a group of 6 other students: Ben Carty, Chloe Jarvis, Nathan Fletcher, Lee Wyatt, Adam Curry and Jess Butterworth. We each took an event or time that we felt showed a key moment in the recent human history, and either showed the best or worst of humanity, with past and present issues, victories and changes being portrayed, as well as the idea of what the future could hold. Our group title was The Evolution of Humanity, and the running order was decided on by the chronological order of the chosen events. We felt that this was the best way to order our group, as it allowed for a chronological story to be told, starting with Nathan's portrayal of the Industrial Revolution, then Lee's track on World War II, Jess's task showing Pride movements, Adam's task on revolution, my project on the issue of gun control and school shootings in the United States, then Chloe's project focusing on the current refugee crisis, and ending with Ben's project on space exploration. My project started as an acoustic singer-songwriter track, added to with samples from different speeches to address the issues of mass school shootings and gun control in the United States of America. I chose the acoustic guitar as it has a long relationship with songs that are sincere and meaningful, emotions that I want my track to have. The harmonic structure works as a 4-bar chord pattern, written in the key of B major using a 2-chord pendulum of G major and C add 9, with the capo placed on the 4th fret, meaning that they sound as a B5 and an E add 9 chord. The guitar is played using a repeated picking pattern of the 6th string, 3rd string, 2nd string and the 1st string for the G chord, and the 5th string, 3rd string, 2nd string and 1st string for the C add 9 chord. The guitar then changes to a harsher, more determined strumming pattern after the track picks up in order to support the pace and determination of the lyrics. I used the acoustic guitar in the acoustic version of country duo Maddie and Tay's track After the Storm Blows Through as a style indicator for my track. I took inspiration from the picking pattern and its relationship to the melody line. I feel that the guitar offers strong support and adds a beautiful depth and tone to the harmony without actually taking any attention away from the melody and lyrics. My track, A Letter to the President, starts in a minor tonality to add to the sombre and hard-hitting lyrics and tone of the vocal. But then once the track increases in tempo, it changes to a major tonality to add to the chant-like lyrics and melody to help it seem more charged and driven. The texture of my track is built throughout, starting with just the acoustic guitar and vocal, with 2 electric guitar parts being built in. I wanted to use instruments that could be used in a live protest situation, so nothing like a synth or a drum pad, to mimic the idea that the track could be and is being performed at a gun control rally in America. The vocal starts off as sombre as emotional, sounding as though I am almost pleading with the president, who these verses are written to be addressed to hear the lyrics, to feel some emotional response to the tragic school shootings and take action against them. However, after the singer realises after the first few verses that the president is still going to refuse to take action to change the gun control laws, the voice becomes angrier and more driven in the last verses, speaking of my own personal opinions and thoughts about gun control laws. The whole song has been written from the perspective of an American teenager, as so many American teenagers are affected by the fear of school shootings every single day. The electric guitars are not used to draw attention away from the melody, but instead to add more atmospheric tones and riffs to the track, to add to the emotional response and feelings I want the audience to feel from the lyrics and visuals. My project's visuals have been taken from a variety of different news reports, documentaries and television programs regarding different school shootings across America. The visuals do not always change between different clips in time with the tempo and heavier first beat of the bar of the music, but instead with how long I felt each clip needed to be shown to portray its message. The clips do, however, change with the topic of the lyrics, starting with footage live from school shootings and from news coverage on the victims and communities from the days and weeks following the shootings for the first 2 verses, then changing to visuals from various vigils that have taken place for the victims, whilst the lyrics speak of how those affected and the world as a whole reacts to the school shootings and mourn those lost. The final set of clips of various gun control rallies that have taken place across America and appear on screen whilst the lyrics speak of the change that needs to occur in American gun laws. I realised that some of my visuals were rather graphic and emotionally raw. However, I feel this was appropriate to charge the emotion and purpose of my project. I felt that having these visuals would make the entire project have more of an emotional impact on the audience, by making them see explicitly the effect of mass shootings, the pain and trauma they cause for those who survived them, and to witness how empowering the marches to change gun control laws across America have been, helping us to believe that change really can occur if we just keep fighting for it. Overall, I feel this was an extremely hard-hitting and emotionally raw piece, using a combination of both visuals and audio to portray my message and have as much of an emotional impact on the audience as possible. The project is eye-opening and draws on both the emotional and political side of the gun control argument to draw a reaction from the listener, in making them understand what the victims, their families and the community go through, and how, Even after 21 school shootings this year alone, with 38 lives being taken, the American government still refused to make changes to their gun control laws. I feel I could show this project to a variety of audiences and there would always be an emotional response, which is exactly what I set out to do when starting this project.